Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding. So Scott, you wanted to talk about politics.
Oh yeah, let's talk about politics, man.
Lamar for president.
Lamar for president. He would actually do good.
Efficiency. He's all about efficiency.
All about efficiency.
All right. We need to
Lamar Henry 2024.
Yeah. We need to give I think the internet is so biased, but we need to really dive deep on Kamala Harris. Like, what do we know about her?
She was a district attorney. Won that election. She's vice president. Now she's running for president.
Is she a puppet? That's what we want to know.
A puppet to who? Every politician at the end of the day is a puppet to somebody.
The question is,
to somebody.
Puppet master. Who's the puppet master?
Yeah, nobody knows. Who is the puppet master for the Democratic Party?
I mean, I guess most people right-minded would say George Soros, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he did kind of help get her elected in California as the attorney general.
He gives money around all the time. Especially with if you're left-leaning, centrist left, he gives you money. It's just how it works.
I mean, okay, like for me, like I can't get on the internet without seeing like there's a lot of for me on my algorithm, especially too because like on the podcast that I listen to, like everybody's pro-Trump, but it's like. What is, and I mean, like, too, like, before Kamala Harris, like, for me, she just screams unauthentic.
Okay.
But
I said, okay.
Yeah, but we gotta really, like, dive deep. Like, what is, like, what is she about? Like, because she's, like, hidden, I feel like.
Isn't that her biggest criticism is nobody really knows what side she's playing, like policy wise or position wise?
I think
she's kind of flip flopped on a few things recently.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, when you're representing your party, whether it would be Republican or Democratic, you're going to flip flop in your position because you need to be beholden to your party and beholden to your constituents. So of course, like you kind of. Especially when it's a primary, you kind of field some, ideas. But when you get that ticket, everyone always gets more moderate as soon as they have the candidacy. It happens time and time again.
The only thing I ever hear talk about is abortion. Like, that's the only thing.
Because it's a very big thing, especially for the Democratic Party.
It's a huge thing for the Democratic Party, but I was just listening to something and they brought up some polling that people are doing, and they're finding it's not as big with the voting block she needs, which is like kind of middle class, like labor side of things. Like it's not as big of an issue for them in this campaign.
No, it's not.
But she's leaning hard into it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's all I ever hear she talks about.
You want to be a big?
Well, it's because she's a woman candidate.
She's a woman candidate,
and they take it as a woman's issue.
She's also a big candidate for the suburban woman. The suburban white housewife, big on that. That's a huge block, and that's one of the reasons why Trump didn't win in 2020.
How was she at the DNC though? How did people like? How did people feel her vibe when she was there?
I mean, I don't think it matters, bro. People going to the DNC knew what they were going for.
Yeah.
To me, that's a show. That's a stage show. Like it
always is.
RNC, DNC, it doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, you're not.
You're only getting in the room if you are a diehard.
But I mean, like that's the only time you're really gonna see her. Well, you're not gonna pull up to McDonald's and be like, "Oh, Kamala Harris is giving me fries."
Oh, here we go with the McDonald's.
I mean, like, let's be real. You couldn't pull up when Trump was doing it either. They closed it.
Well, no, they closed the inside of the store, but the drive-thru was open.
They closed it. All those people that went on the drive-thru were agents.
Agents?
Yeah, like agents.
Provocateurs.
Agents of the party.
Agents of the party. Okay. I mean, but like at the end of the day, who's gonna let a former president work at McDonald's?
Nobody,
Secret
I
Service
know.
ain't having any of that. But that's the thing, is like, I don't like when people are like, "Oh, that's so staged." Of course, it's a campaign,
Yeah, it was
bro.
a campaign, bro. Yeah.
Look,
Anything Kamala would do is gonna be staged too. Who
I hate-
cares?
I hate when people say it's like so staged, but on the flip side, I also hate when people are going like, "Wow, he's just like us, guys."
Yeah, but no, he's not just
Hello,
like us.
fellow working
But
man.
hold on, though.
he
Hold
put
on.
fries in the bag. He's just
Hold
like
on,
but
us.
But here's the thing: the man does love McDonald's.
That is true. I
Like,
remember the college
at least you know he's a
championship.
diehard.
I think he said he only did it because Kamala Harris lied about her working there or something.
She did
Yeah,
actually work there though.
Did she though?
McDonald's confirmed it. Yeah.
I thought they said McDonald's didn't confirm it.
No, they photoshopped that to say it didn't, but the real one said yeah because it's X. Everyone lies on that app.
But it couldn't have photoshopped it to say that she did.
No, not when it comes from the
Ooh.
actual McDonald's account.
I'm gonna have to look at the McDonald's account. I don't trust McDonald's.
I don't trust McDonald's.
Sounds like George Soros was paying them.
George Soros.
Hold on though. Do you think she would have better like because Trump recently in the past like month has gone on the podcast circuit.
Hard.
And I was
But he's
saying
also been,
from
like-
the beginning, that is what you need to do.
He's been doing the podcast circuit, but
No,
he's also been
Stop,
what?
stop it right there.
He's also been canceling like more mainstream interviews, like 60 Minutes and stuff like that.
yeah, because
So
mainstream media is
That's not his demographic. He doesn't need
Yeah.
the mainstream media.
no, and it's so corrupt, it's so staged, it's so fake.
So is
Like-
podcasts.
But like, let's just be real. At least on a podcast, it's not edited.
It's not edited, and
None of those are live.
You don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
you
are.
don't-
A lot of them
You
are.
don't know.
Which
you don't know
ones?
what questions. You don't know what questions you're gonna get hit with. You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like you go to a podcast, you might say hi or whatever, but you don't really know. He's so
I mean,
busy, you don't know.
At the end of the day, if you're going mainstream media, you're going for the boomers. That's all. That's the only people watching 60 Minutes.
I mean,
I don't
who do
e-
boomers typically vote for?
I don't even think boomers. I don't even
That-
really think boomers listen to like.
Oh, yeah,
or
they do.
watch.
Oh yeah, they do.
yeah, they do.
No, because
They're the only ones who have cable subscriptions, bro.
I mean,
Like, prove me wrong.
I mean,
Like, I haven't paid for cable in 10 years.
I know. See, but like that was a brilliant move. Like if they were to like
But she did go on Call Her Daddy.
and just
Right.
talked about one and just talked
Yeah,
about.
I mean, it was a single issue thing. She could have done so much more with that. To
Exactly.
me, that was a blown opportunity
yeah,
because they tried to make it like this. But also, like the host, what's her face, Alex, what's her face, kind of blew that as well. You know what I mean? By making it a single issue thing, and they kind of pre-announced it though. They're like, "Hey, this is what this is gonna be about," right?
I think that podcast was scripted. It was only 10 minutes long. They only
yeah.
did that one.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Trump. I mean, like Trump goes.
I wonder
on
if they film more and just like cut it out. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna make it about.
because you know what? When you watch it, it seems like you're hitting in the middle of the show, but it's only like 10 minutes long, and they only talk about that issue.
Yeah, but when they started floating that she was trying to go on Rogan,
Oh, that would have been deadly. That
like
was
that's
would've-
so that's what a
that-
lot of people are saying. They're like, it would be deadly. So I
that would
think
be the most watched.
at the end of the
I think
day,
it'd be really good. I mean, she was a district attorney, so it's not like she won't be able to handle it.
I just like to me, she just doesn't. She doesn't talk. It's like she just.
it's a
does
lot of word
work.
salad.
She has she speaks like a politician. I mean, Trump has word salad
no.
too. Let's not pretend
Yeah,
he
but-
doesn't.
But the thing is, at least Trump is funny.
That's the
He is
only
funny.
thing. But like, he
That's the
doesn't
only
really
thing.
answer questions
They're-
either.
Neither of them answer the questions. That's the best part.
And
but-
most of the podcasts he goes on to are people who already support him.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's
Uh,
going to get grilled.
The,
but
the
like, if he
only one
goes
I
on
saw
Rogan, it
that
should
was
be
they
okay.
kind of grilled him on was like Andrew Schultz kind of grilled him a little bit. Not really
Yeah.
grilled him, but
Oh,
pushed
Andrew
him
Schultz kind of roasted him a little bit. I'll
a
admit
little
that.
bit, right? Like I was actually kind of surprised, because like he's like, oh yeah, make America great, and he's like, it's always been great. He's like, nothing's better than America. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, somebody's actually pushing back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's
even small
refreshing.
things, but like
I think that's the
if
main reason he does podcasts is because he's not going to really get grilled too hard.
But also
Stop it.
no,
Stop
but
that.
I don't think that's the reason.
It's
I think at the end
true.
of the
No,
day,
mainstream
no.
would probably grill him more than a podcast. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hear
Okay,
but that's why.
Besides Andrew
I-
Schultz, who's going to grill him?
No, but I'm gonna say this. It's
Aiden
the,
Ross?
it's the opposite for Kamala.
It's the
Kamala goes
opposite.
on mainstream because she
Yup.
knows she won't get grilled, and if she goes on podcast, they're gonna push her a little bit harder than she wants.
I agree.
Yeah,
I totally
So
agree.
it's the flip. So it doesn't matter, right? They're just doing what they're playing to
I'm
their
just
audience.
pointing out the obvious. That's all.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I mean, the Trump thing. I don't know, man. Like, I think if she went on Rogan, I think people would be surprised that she probably would score more points than she loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, she did.
Because-
She did
Because
inquire about it.
Joe Rogan is not. He's not an aggressive host, right? He's going to
No.
kind of go along. He's going to let you talk. He might push back a little bit, but for the most part, he's
Yeah.
going to try and be amenable to
Because it's a
whatever you say.
conversation. It's like
Yeah, to him, it's not an interview, right?
yeah, to him
it's
it's a conversation.
right.
Right. And but I mean, like, I think if she was to do a Rogan, that would go. I mean, that would be the
Bro.
most viewed history ever, though.
Yeah, but then Trump, of course.
Nobody knows
Well,
who she is.
if Rogan lets on Kamala, he has to let on Rogan. I mean, not he has to let on Trump.
Oh, he would definitely. I think the only way he does either one is he's going to do both.
Yeah, that's the only way. Because he said he didn't want to.
He's
let
already
on,
said
like-
no to Trump multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he lets on Kamala, he has to let on Trump.
Yeah, he's going to do both. He's made. If he does one, he's going to do the other because he's made that decision.
Mhm.
At the end of the day,
Dude.
that would be wild.
And I'm thinking,
Release
like,
them on the same day, Joe. I'm just saying.
yo, that would be crazy. And I know, like, you got Elon Musk in Joe Rogan's ear, Lex Freeman in Joe Rogan's ear, Patrick Bet-David in Joe Rogan's ear. He's got because all of them did podcasts.
They all did Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, they all did Trump.
Although Elon's going a little off the chain right now. I wish I was a voter in a swing state so I can win
What?
$1
So you
million.
can get $1 million?
Yeah, baby.
Dude,
Sign
Isn't
me
that
up.
illegal though?
It's
So the way they're doing it is no.
isn't
All
Okay.
you have to do is sign a petition.
yeah.
You just have to be a
Petition will
registered
register.
voter in a swing state. That's it. You don't have to vote for anybody. You don't even have to vote at all.
Oh,
It's just you sign his petition. Like he knows what he's doing.
He
like,
knows what he's doing. And mind you, this is the same person who complained with the same side that the Democrats buy votes. It's funny how that always happens.
yeah, it's
We
pretty
gotta
interesting.
fight fire with fire.
Yeah, $1 million.
$1 million is a lot.
$1 million
though.
opposed to what? Handing out water bottles and voting lines?
You can't do that. It's illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Well, because you're actually influencing a ballot. Nobody's going to the ballot. They're signing a petition. It's not time to vote.
It's water.
Doesn't matter.
But
That's
do
a
you know-
terrible argument. Those are
Well-
two separate issues. Election
It's
day
water.
and leading up to election day. Guess what? Hand out water the day before election day. Then, if you really want to hand out some water to some old people, do it before election day.
You're standing in a long line. Water makes sense.
You know it's gonna be long. You should have brought your own freaking
Oh
water.
my God. Okay.
I'm sorry. If you're standing in line to vote and you need some water, you shouldn't be voting.
What
Oh,
there's
should be
in the
not-
hospital.
Water is the lifeblood of life.
I'm glad you hold on. I'm glad you made that transition because here's another thing that I like is like so RFK, he's teamed up with Trump. Now
Weird.
he gets a lot of flack, but he's going hard at the pharmaceutical companies and the food industry. Now you
He's
guys
going to be
know
upset when
me-
he learns Trump deregulates them.
now what?
Trump
What do
Trump is a deregulator.
What do you mean deregulator?
Like
Yeah,
takes
that's a
off
fair point.
guardrails from the pharmaceutical companies and the EPA, which means they can do more flagrant shit.
No,
How is that
no,
making
no.
America healthy
No,
again?
no. RFK is going in on the food industry and the pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, but that's what Jordan's saying. is the fact is RFK wants to go in on them. Trump wants to like take the pressure off of them from an economic standpoint.
Okay. So like, then why are they like?
Because it's politically beneficial.
It's
Because here's what you do: you govern. I mean, what is it? You campaign in poetry and you govern in prose, right? Like that's the saying. You're gonna tell people what they want to hear. It's beautiful. Vote for me, and then you get in office and you're like, "That's dumb. This is how I'm gonna act." Like Obama is
Textbook example.
Exhibit
of that.
A. Yeah, he's gonna hope change, and then he's like, "Oh, you know what? I
Psych.
gotta go blow up that wedding
Yeah.
in Syria real quick." You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
it's-
Drones, man, drones for everybody.
dude. Obama, like nobody gives credit to Obama. He changed warfare.
He changed warfare. He also changed immigration, dude. He was the deporter in chief.
Yeah,
but do you not think RFK is going to like?
no, I don't think
No.
RFK is gonna play any part in the government. To be honest,
In 2 years, everyone's gonna forget about him.
nah, he's a blip on the radar, bro. Because
But
you know
he's
what?
going to war with the food industry and the pharmaceutical company.
That's great. As soon as the
He'll
Trump
do it outside of the government. Maybe he'll get his law license back and he'll start actually suing people again.
But at the end of the day, dude, those companies that he's railing against, they're
Paying for Trump.
They're paying for Trump. Yeah.
but he's going against him.
No, that's the
I'm
thing.
glad platitudes help.
I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it one bit.
Dude, this is like the fakest election. Like,
It's
It's
just
so
politically convenient. And the thing is, RFK, if he had to pick or choose, right? Like one, he could have just stayed in and taken
Wait,
votes
hold
away
on,
from
hold
the
on. What about-
Democrats.
What about that guy, Casey Means, and his sister?
Casey
going-
Owens.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that episode on Rogan because
Yeah, but
I didn't care.
they were on the podcast circuit too, and they were saying how like
I haven't watched anything about any of them.
they were saying how like them RFK and even Trump are going in on these. I
It's
don't know, man.
bullshit.
It's
Bro,
bogus. It is bogus,
it's-
dude.
This is Trump just, dude. If anything, the Trump campaign they're strategically winning right now.
Oh,
They
yeah,
know
I
what
they
people
are.
want to hear,
I know they are.
and they're feeding it to, you're gonna go talk to these guys, you're gonna talk to these guys, you're gonna talk to these guys. I think RFK genuinely wants to do that stuff, but I don't think Trump cares.
But
Well,
let 'em
you
He's
have to-
just using him politically.
You also realize that Trump governs like a Republican. And what are some of the Republicans' biggest ideas? Small government,
I don't
and
think he's a. Yeah, I don't think
small
he's
government, and more laissez-faire economy.
Trump is.
That-
He governed as a Republican. He governed as a traditional Republican.
Yeah.
His last campaign or his last administration.
Deregulations, tax cuts, dude. Who does that benefit? Big Pharma.
Do you think? I see? And another thing is like, do you think that if he gets elected, like he was saying, like he's not going to have like the same people around that he did last term?
Well, I mean, they don't like him. The people in his last term don't like him. So he has to have new people.
Not just
Yeah.
that,
Half of 90% of his old cabinet won't endorse him.
but he was saying like, he didn't really know people in DC. He didn't really know.
But that's the thing. I thought he knew them all. He knew the best. He's the best. He knows
only
it all.
hires the best. That's what
Yeah,
he
here's
said.
the
But I
thing.
mean, like,
No, here's the thing. The people who are actually traditional Republicans, like Reagan era Republicans, Bush era neocons, they gave him a shot and they were like, we fucked up. Right? And that's what it came down to.
They're all
And
Franz von
now
Papen's.
He's reshaped the Republican Party to the fact like your next, Secretary of State is probably gonna be Marjorie Taylor Greene or some
Yeah.
stupid bitch like that, right? Like just the dumbest people. They're all sycophants. All he wants are he's gonna I'm gonna go back to yes man
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
oh yeah.
What he's gonna lose is people with actual policy expertise who just don't really want to work with him because he's not gonna listen to what they have to say.
And that's what's one of the things that scares me is because, like, yeah, his cabinet's going to be yes men, reactionaries, and people who think Twitter is fucking real life. And that's going to be a strange thing for America.
The scary part is the most sane person in the room is probably going to be Mitch McConnell.
I mean,
That's the crazy part.
it's gonna be weird. I
Like,
mean,
think about it. Think about it.
Just think about like if there's a national crisis or a crisis globally, Trump's gonna enter the war room, and who's gonna be surrounding him? Vivek Ramaswamy, Steve Bannon, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
What about
I don't know about
Kamala
that.
wins? What
Huh?
about if Kamala wins? Is there really gonna be any change at all, or
Probably no change, but we're not going to get stupid. shit,
I
probably.
disagree with that. I don't think it's going to be the same Biden because she's distanced herself too much from that.
yeah?
Yeah, campaign wise, but I don't think she's gonna govern all that different.
Well, I think she's going to gut the administration and bring in different people. So I do think it's I don't think it's
From
going
the
to be
same
better.
casting call, though.
What?
From the same casting call, though.
Similar. I would say similar. You know, I feel like when Biden thinks about governing, he thinks like Clinton era kind of guys, early Obama administration. I don't think Kamala has that same thing. She's a little bit more modern.
Yeah,
I think she's probably
She's not that
thinking
old.
late.
She
She just turned 60.
Trump
Yeah.
wished her a happy birthday. It was actually very sweet.
You know, she's thinking late era Obama, you know, kind of that more modern progressive, like AOC era, you know what I mean? Like some of those kind of people are going to be in her administration. I would assume, but she's also like, she doesn't hold any real position on anything.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I think like at the end of the day, whether or not she's pragmatic is a different question, or if she's just very easily influenced is going to be the concern.
Yeah, I agree.
I think her cabinet is going to wield a lot more power than any other like presidency.
Yeah, because I mean, like who does she surround herself with?
She's never had to surround herself with anybody.
It's
I
too much
mean-
of a mystery with her.
But it's good. But you even said it's kind of a mystery with Trump now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you have a lot of people who have very limited government experience. The only one any governmental experience who's kind of backing him hard that people are excited about is like Tulsi. And even then, like she was just a congresswoman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And Tulsi is a real. And when you talk about like, don't know.
although she was the
Kamala-
chairman of the DNC for a little bit.
I mean, and you want to talk about like Kamala flip flopping? Look at Tulsi Gabbard.
She went hard right.
Yeah,
Quickly.
hard.
Well, I think she's more new right, like that kind of weird hybrid of like democratic, like anti-war kind of thing, which is new to the Republican Party. Because she's super anti-war, right? Like super whatever. And then you have the old heads, like Nikki Haley's trying to get back in and wants to start campaigning for Trump.
Oh, does she? I know her staffer went hard for Harris. Her staff went hard for Harris.
Yeah, apparently she's trying to get back onto the Trump campaign and start. I mean, she was the ambassador to the United Nations, kind of was like, you know, Trump's kind of a shithead, fuck Trump. And then she's like, you know what? You might win this.
Dude, you know what, dude? This is one of the things, like, you know, Scott mentioned earlier about the bias of the internet. There is so much money to be a Trump supporter on the internet.
That's
There's
wild.
a lot of money to be made to go hard right.
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
internet.
like that's the thing, right? Like, so, like, you get on the internet, and I mean, like, you know, you're trying to do your due diligence on both candidates, and you really can't. You know, it's really one way on the internet. I feel like, and then like if you watch,
It's because the
like,
left can't meme. That's why.
is that what?
It's just facts. I don't know what to tell you.
But then if you get on like CNN, you can watch, you know, like you said, it's the completely polar opposite.
Dude, you see
No?
people on Twitter with like a contract to not InfoWars, but like the Blaze TV, and they're famous for just yelling the N-word on TikTok. And they have like a contract and a podcast all of a sudden on a fucking media business.
So
It's
you know, it was
insane.
really funny. I heard this clip today. They were talking about like, you know, Tucker Carlson started the Daily Caller a long time ago, like
Yeah.
years ago, and he viewed it as being the right-leaning New York Times. Right. He was like, hey, this is my counteract. He's like hardcore journalism, but kind of like with that more conservative lean
You should
to
check
it,
out
right?
the op-ed in New York Times.
But what I'm saying is, and then he came out years later and was like, you know what? I was wrong. The right doesn't want hard journalism. They want a warrior for the cause.
Yeah.
That's
exactly what
from
they called.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, it's
Right?
true.
Like, he was like, they don't really care about the journalism part. They want a warrior and like this like weapon that they can use against the left.
Yep. I mean, you can argue that half of the diehard MAGAs are only there not because they believe in Trump or they believe in any of the policies particularly. They just want to make the left mad. That's the only goal.
No, I think I disagree with that. I think it's a cult of personality. I think they're diehard Trump because he's fighting against something they deem as consequential to the like health of the nation, and they don't care what the policy is as long as it's not that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're anti-left, but it's the fact that somebody is, regardless of policy, they're sycophants again, right? Like they're never going to go against Trump.
It's all part of the sycophancy umbrella. But to me, it just seems they just want someone like kind of what you said, a sword against the enemy. They want to see their enemy mad. Yeah. They want to see their enemy destroyed. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter if the country can burn for all their care as long as their enemies are destroyed.
But that's the same with the left too. Their whole political thing is don't let Trump in.
Look, I'll give this to the left. Yeah, they are very, very much against Trump. But as soon as the election year is over, you don't hear about them. They're gone. They have melted away back to brunch.
What are you talking about?
Obama.
There was 4 whole years of the Trump administration where all they did was bitch and complain and get triggered.
Gone? Did I say when he was gone?
No, that's not what you said. You said after the election.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say when he was gone.
I don't know. I think
I would say when Trump was president, though, man, the booming of all those like lib left politics podcasts. My God, so many. It was painful, especially like the former Obama staffs because they're all like so smug. Oh my God, the smuggening.
Dude, they just remind me of that South Park where they're just sniffing their own farts.
It's pretty much what it was. It's pretty much what it was, though. Like Pod Save America and all that shit. Oh my God,
dude, the Pod Bros. Oh my God, those guys suck, dude.
It was so bad. Like the funniest thing that came out was like Chapo or something, I guess.
Yeah.
What about because don't you feel like this? I don't know if it's just this election or it's every election, but they make it seem like this election is like do or die.
Last.
I mean, they've been saying that since forever.
There's a lot of buildup and hype around this one.
They're both like Trump camps and both Kamala camps are saying. Kamala camp is saying, you know, vote against Trump or that's the end of democracy, the threat of democracy. The same thing. Trump's saying the same thing. Add communism to it.
Yeah. One's gonna one's authoritarian, one's communist.
Yeah.
What's up?
Why do they keep saying communism?
Because
they're trying to.
Because no one knows what communism means anymore. It's just something you don't like.
It's kind of a common trope of the right? It's like the left is communist, right? Far left is communism. But so what they tie it back to literally is that her dad
isn't it her dad a Marxist?
Was a Marxist. Yeah, like a hardcore Marxist, right?
And Obama posed with like yeah, it's true.
It's true. It's definitely true. But I think, dude, if I had to guess,
could never be communism. Can never be communist. It's just impossible.
To me, the sad part is like people are so like have so little faith now in the country. It's like, you know, the Constitution has endured for this long, taking swings over the year. I mean, the 1800s were crazy, dude.
Yeah,
crazy times, and yet. I mean, similar but like different, right? It was kind of scoped in a different way.
Not even just the 1800s,
very similar.
Yeah, even like the
You know.
1900s, I mean, back before Nazism and communism were truly, truly demified, we had a lot of those like syndicalist, communist, Nazi parties in America up until like World War II. Then that's when all the crackdowns started happening. Like, it wasn't until after World War II, really, that we became a really, really massive unified country.
Yeah.
The Civil
Like,
War started kicking it off, but the World War II cemented it.
It's kind of it's just like one of those things where like it doesn't matter. Both are gonna say the same thing. Both are wrong. Because guess what? You know, in 4 years when Trump leaves office, we'll have another election.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, one, not only can he not run again legally, two, he's gonna be too old. He's gonna be 82 or 83 or whatever.
What if he pulls the Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street?
Jordan Belfort is a big fan of his too.
He's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. No, dude, it's gonna be more about the Quaaludes. Like, I'm doing great, and let's just crawl into his car, like on the way out. You know. But that could also be Kamala, to be honest, too. Like, I thought that was great, and everybody's like crawling, like, you know. It's like, I don't know, man.
Do you hold on though? So all right, let's say this, right? Let's say Trump wins, the 4 years goes by. Does Kamala run again, or does the Democratic Party put
No.
a new?
No, she won't run again.
This is her one and only shot, dude. That's why she's going all in.
I'm just like, then like, what else does she do? Like, she'll just go back to being governor or something.
She was never governor.
She was never governor. She'd be a citizen at this point because once the vice president's over, maybe she'll run for like a Senate seat again.
Do you think
but
she
that's
would
about
get
it.
some high cushion CEO job at some corporation?
She'll just do speeches and sit on some boards.
consulting?
She would never be. Yeah, she would never be a CEO because then she'd have to do something. But like, no, all they do, right? When you're the vice president of the president, you retire. You don't, outside of a handful of times, they don't do anything, right? They're almost in this emeritus status. And they just give speeches, they sit on some boards, and they just live the rest of their lives, you know,
Doing whatever they want.
They come out for like fundraisers and shit. It's very cool.
All right. Okay. So all right.
A tool of the party.
All right, let's go ahead. 4 years later, right?
Okay.
Trump leaves office. Kamala's not running. Who are the next two candidates?
Probably
Gavin Newsom.
Pete Buttigieg.
Everybody
Nah,
hates,
He would, I think he would
doesn't
run.
everybody hate Gavin Newsom?
Not on the
Not enough.
Not the live left. They want to make him happen so bad.
I think
California is destroyed because of him, isn't it?
I think what you're
I mean,
gonna
it's definitely
see.
difficult to live there.
I think what you're gonna see is him start to try to make a pivot to the center.
Gavin.
Pretty hard.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'll see it. But here's the thing with California, right? He's the governor. Great. But it's not the fact that they have like this crazy liberal left governor. It's really at the local levels and it's feeding up. Like their state legislator is fucking nuts. The people running their cities on the city councils are nuts. And they're hardcore ideologues.
I can't.
Gavin Newsom, to me, is not an ideologue. He's
Yeah.
an opportunist. He's the male Kamala Harris, but probably a lot smarter.
He's a con man.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Because when like in the past, he was not kind of like that, right? He like became politically opportunistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, what does a liberal hate more than a straight white dude? But they love Gavin Newsom. Come on, dude. Like, there's a reason he's still like, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if he came like, you know, I'd try some gay stuff on him. You know what I mean? Like,
Votes.
yeah.
I don't know. I think that line's weird because like straight white dudes pretty much run the party.
They do, but it's
Yeah,
not
but-
cool. Nobody wants to admit it though.
I mean, the only people
that's
that's
the
saying
thing.
the left hates straight white men are the right.
And the left.
The left don't really say that. Maybe like the psycho minority on Twitter, but the left don't really say that.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
I'm saying the leftists.
Yeah, the left. This.
Yeah, but they don't have any power.
I think they got more power than you think.
They don't. That's why
You're telling me AOC doesn't have any power?
When was her last successful? What was the last successful bill she passed?
She's not trying to pass any bills.
She hasn't.
She's just a voice.
She is just a voice because she doesn't have any power.
She got reelected. It didn't matter.
Yeah, she gets reelected, but it doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
Nancy
Doesn't
Pelosi
mean-
came
doesn't
in
mean
and said-
power
Nancy
and
Pelosi
walked her
said-
like a dog. That's what
They
happened.
said, say what you want to say,
Say what you want to say.
but my ass is running the party. So when you're going to vote how I tell you to vote,
If you want to talk
but at
about,
the end of the day, she still has cultural influence.
she has cultural influence, but that's it. She's just a puppet. That's all she is at
Nobody-
the end of the day.
But that's all
Nancy
people vote
Pelosi
for are
came in and
puppets.
walked her like a dog. Look on the opposite side with like the Tea Party and MAGA. They came in and wrecked the joint and gained power. AOC or like the resistance,
The Tea Party
not the
didn't
resistance.
do much.
Okay, look, this is what we're
They
gonna do.
changed the party. They kicked out Paul Ryan.
This is what we're gonna do.
Paul Ryan was a weak speaker.
We have
Yeah, and
4
that's
years.
why the Tea Party took over. You won't see AOC do any of that. None of the
She's trying with the
progressive
squad.
parts. I mean,
We have-
they just lost Cory Bush. They couldn't even get funding for her
We
because
have
they don't
four-
have any
she's-
power.
Well, she was wild.
She was still part of that left part of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, but guess what? AOC, I'm sorry, she's transcended most of those guys.
Yeah, because she's
she's becoming a staple, and
She
she
learned her place.
but she, I mean,
He
she
learned
tries.
her place.
My favorite thing is, I think politically, she's gonna just do what they tell her to do.
She's
But she's still out there making clips, trying to empower some people. But then when she's trying to grill somebody, on the floor of the house, she kind of puts her foot in her mouth.
because she has no power.
Well, no, I just don't think I think she thinks she knows better.
I mean, at this point, she's no longer a freshman, so I can understand why she has a
Well,
little
I'm
more
saying
confidence
she's
now.
got a voice. She's the only out of
She's
squad.
got a voice, but she is just the hey, look, here's our progressive we got. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's the
But
token
she's not like-
millennial progressive.
yeah, look, we have this caricature for you. Isn't this great? But she still toes the party line. She's
But
not
guess what?
shaking things
But
up.
at the end of the day,
She's not
those are the
making
kind of-
policy.
Those are the kind of people they want to prop up.
But she's not the one doing anything.
That's what you're saying until Nancy kicks the bucket and everybody's like, "Oh shit, what do we?"
And
gotta
then it
do?
will be
This is a
someone
power
else.
vacuum.
And then it will be whoever she designates as her successor. Because it ain't going to be
Or-
AOC.
Cory
Maybe
Booker.
Cory is he still in Congress? I
Oh,
thought
here.
I thought he left too. I thought
we
he
have
Hell
left.
yeah.
we have 4 years.
I'm not
to
thinking
make
of him. I'm
me
thinking
the-
of Jamal Bowman.
We have 4
Oh.
years to make me the next president of the United States. Am I muted?
No.
You're there. We see you, Jackson.
We have 4 years to make me the next president. We're gonna take over. Even though we're not career politicians, so we're gonna get a lot of flack. People are gonna try and get us, but we can change this world. We can
You gotta
change
get Elon.
America.
You gotta get Elon on your side.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Get a
I could-
Cybertruck.
I can riz Elon real quick.
Did you see Riz?
Riz him up.
I mean, if there's one thing I know Elon probably likes is when people just glaze the fuck out of him. So just get on X and start doing that. Be a reply guy.
Now, the thing with Elon is he's created this algorithm and he's been captured by his own algorithm.
Oh, 100%.
It's the wildest thing.
100%.
But you know what I have noticed though lately on X, because I've been on there quite a bit, is he's kind of taking a step back and he's leaning more into like some of the SpaceX stuff and some of this other stuff. Like I think he's starting to see like people kind of got pissed at him because you're starting to see him kind of change a lot of his.
I
his
mean,
stuff.
like 2 weeks ago, I would have agreed with you, but since the whole like he's hard into Pennsylvania right now.
Well, yeah, because they see that as the pivotal state.
I'm just true. It is a pivotal state.
And didn't he go to Penn State?
What was his rally at Penn State? The whole patent thing.
No, I'm saying like he went to school in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, for like a semester.
Doesn't matter. I know people who went to school at UVA for one semester and they think they're freaking graduates.
Yeah,
with
but do
PhDs.
you take them seriously?
No, because it's a shit school with a shit fan base.
You're
Fuck those guys.
biased, okay, Mr. VT, Mr.
don't
Hokey.
hold on though. Don't make fun of Elon Musk. He's trying to change.
Oh my god, dude, stop.
I mean, I think he does think that he is fighting on the side of righteousness.
Yeah, he does.
I think he knows he's fighting on the side of himself.
But my thing,
but I also-
my thing is this. My thing is, if Elon Musk is up there in that high echelon, what does he know that we don't know?
Um,
He
What do you
came
mean?
out publicly and said like Epstein's list are, you know,
yeah, because no one's gonna check on it. No one is going to make sure. No, he said like, Epstein's list. It's gonna. I bet all these Democrats are on it. Who's gonna check them? The list ain't out.
we can. All right, how about this?
He can
Who
say
is-
whatever. That's the power
is-
of X, the everything.
Nah,
app.
this
You
is
can
what
just say
do.
anything.
No, this is what you do right now. This is what you do right now.
I mean, he's probably right though.
Yeah, who are the highest? Who are the
Also-
highest?
I'm just saying, like, you have nothing to lose by saying it.
But I mean,
Also, by the way, Elon got 2 degrees from the University of Pennsylvania.
oh, so it wasn't just one semester. That's
There's-
respectable.
How long was he
He was,
there
he was
for?
there for 2 years.
What?
And got 2 degrees. That's
Yeah.
even more respectable. Yeah, fact check this guy. He's giving out fake news over here.
Yeah.
This-
It's hard to get a Bachelor of Arts in Physics and a Bachelor of Science in Economics.
This guy ain't no joke. Elon Musk ain't no joke, man.
No, but
I
here's the
think
thing
he
with
is a joke,
Elon.
actually.
Here's the thing with Elon. I think he said some things. So he was kind of a darling of the left for a little bit, right? Electric cars,
Virtue of EV.
sustainability. He's very, I mean, like if you really like peel back his positions outside of like the free speech and kind of the capitalism thing, he's very much like kind of big on like, the earth and all that stuff, and like, we gotta sustain humanity and blah blah blah. And I think he said some things where that kind of made him, but he was also like, hey, I think free speech is, I'm an absolutist. Like, you should be able to say whatever you want to say. And he started to fall out of favor. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Because he's kind of, a vindictive motherfucker. And then he just went hard the other way at the end of the day.
I think he went hard because he started to get
Environmentalist was the word I was looking for, by the way.
Yeah. What should I say? How should I say it? He started to get a little more criticized, and then he wanted to surround himself with more people that agree with him, and unfortunately, people that agree with him, especially on some of his harder takes, would be the right, and the right often don't really criticize people that agree with them.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're all in. They kind of idolize at the end of the day.
And sorry, I'm not formulating my thoughts right on this one.
All right, hold on. Let me jump in real quick. So I just looked up who are the major donors to like the parties. I'm only on one website. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's called Open Secrets.
Oh, that's a good website.
Okay. There's only one person in the top 6 that has given money to the Democratic Party.
Yeah, most donors go for give to the right. I think number 1 is like Miriam Adelson. Right.
No, it's Michael Bloomberg
Michael Bloomberg. Really? He's number 1?
for the
But he's the-
Democratic
For
Party.
yeah, for the
individual
Dems.
donors. Right?
Dude, you remember when he thought he was gonna steal the nomination? Put in $100 million and just shit the bed so
He
hard.
came in like what, like 3-4 months before the election too.
It was wild, dude.
It was so
Wild.
stupid, dude. And everything was like, all the support was completely astroturfed. Like, it was not real at all.
So where's Democrats getting all their money from?
Damn, dude.
Let me see.
Candidate
Send me the
committee
link.
funding, $906 million for Kamala Harris. Outside money, $359 million.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Where's that at?
It's on the front page of Open Secrets. Candidate committee funding for Donald Trump, $367 million. Outside money, $572 million. So Trump is definitely more outside money, but at the end of the day, Kamala is just fundraising the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has a lot of money. I think most of Trump's money, although I think most of his money is in PACs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're heavy pack. I mean, just think about Elon's pack, the America pack.
Look at the Mellon family. 150 million dollars.
But at the end of the day, think about it. How many of these motherfuckers are playing both sides?
You can see
Of
it.
course they are.
They're
You see-
hedging their bets.
Yeah,
they're
they're
hedging
hedging
their
their
bet.
bets for sure.
You know, but I'm saying there might be one being openly, hey, I'm donating to Donald Trump, but then they're funneling money to a pack
Yeah,
that they're unaffiliated with that nobody will know to Kamala.
you have to. It's crazy. See, that's the thing, right? Like when you get high up there, it's like you gotta cater to this.
Dude, Cornell West, they still gave this man $1.2 million.
Cornell West, baby.
Jill Stein, 2.4 million.
Yeah, I think I know where her money's coming from though.
RFK got 60 million from the candidate committee and 53 million from outside money.
Jeez. You don't even have to run after that.
Well, I mean, it's illegal to use that money for other than campaign.
Yeah, you got to pay it back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't
It's not
keep it
yours.
now. So what happens is and people get in trouble for this.
Mhm.
They'll pay themselves salaries
Smart guys.
if they can't, because like a lot, especially at the lower levels, like at the House and stuff. You got to quit your job to campaign. So
Yeah.
they'll take like a draw, right? Which is not illegal. Like you can pay yourself, but they'll make crazy payments. You know what I mean? They'll pay themselves like $500,000 a year to run. When guess what? How much do you make as a congressman? 143,000 or whatever.
Something like that.
Yet they're all millionaires.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's funny.
that's
how
why you
that
gotta
works, isn't
invest in the Nancy Pelosi E ETF.
it?
Who do you think is better, Robert Bigelow or Elon Musk with their
Refresh my
with
memory
their-
who Robert Bigelow is again.
Bigelow from Bigelow Space Industries or whatever. He owns Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of like he's like not well known like when it comes to like
He's known in the conspiracy circles in the
Well,
UFO,
yeah, that's-
UFO space.
that's
for
how I
sure.
know him.
But I mean, he's a legitimate like
That's what I'm
space dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, Elon's hands. I mean, SpaceX. What SpaceX is doing is arguably world changing.
I mean, yeah, they landed that rocket.
Dude, that rocket was crazy.
I just wish they didn't blow their NASA budget on it. That's the only thing. Like that budget was to
NASA
get
has
people to
infinite
Mars,
amount
not
of
really
money,
to
bro.
land a rocket. It was $3 billion.
NASA has an infinite amount of money, bro.
Yeah, but it's part of it though. Like
Yeah,
they're
That was their
trying to figure out how
allocated
they can
funds. It was
reuse it.
$3 billion. That $3 billion was supposed to. That was for the whole map he let out years ago to get supplies to Mars,
That one launch
then
was
we
not
got-
3 billion.
just to land the rocket. And
Yeah,
then
on their
they're
first
allocating
try.
another $1 billion for him to stick back on that path.
Good, do it.
I'm just saying, like we were supposed to be at Mars by now. That's what the $3 billion was for.
I thought the window was in 2 years.
No,
or next year.
2024.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was like 2025 or 2026. It's supposed to be like, yeah. I mean, definitely not going anytime soon.
No,
The fact that they can like catch a booster, dude, that shit
Yeah.
was wild.
that's
It's
revolutionary.
cool, but
And they didn't even think they were gonna do it on the first try.
How much space junk is in our oceans?
you should see the space junk in our atmosphere.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That was revolutionary where Elon caught the booster.
We have a lot of space junk, but like that's just because you can land it doesn't mean that space junk is not going to continue to compile. Satellites just don't really land.
No, but I think he sorry, I hear myself. I think Elon Musk is doing something where he's gonna fix the space junk. Like he's doing something where he's cleaning up the space junk in the atmosphere.
If he is, I don't know about it.
It's because you don't really listen to what he says.
Okay.
But the only reason why I brought up Robert Bigelow is because I know he contributed $335 million to the Republican Party.
I
Crazy.
didn't realize he was
There's
like a
a
Republican.
lot of these
actually.
people have vested interests in the Republican Party mostly because of deregulation. I mean, that's one of the big reasons I know Elon is probably supporting them, because he complains about regulations constantly. And the Democrats are not really into deregulating; they're more into regulating.
Overregulating.
Yeah, they overregulate. Didn't Elon Musk buy Twitter and then like fired everybody?
He fired
Yeah, he,
most
like,
of the staff. Yeah,
Yeah, he cleaned house pretty hard.
yeah.
I think that's what they need to do with the government.
And that's the argument at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Department of Doge, or that's what they're calling it, right?
Did you see there's this guy, the president of what was it, Argentina or Salvador?
You're thinking of
No,
Milei in Argentina.
Yeah, the guy that put all those people in prison that clean the streets.
Oh no, that's El Salvador.
El Salvador. He so like what he did was when he got into office, he brought everybody in the government into a room and said everybody's being investigated for bribery by by their internal general,
That
attorney
dude is
general.
wild.
Do you think he's going to turn into a dictator?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. The one thing that really brought my attention to him was because he was, he's like our age, he's a millennial, and he went hard on Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one thing that got attention from me about him.
Yeah, because
he's I think it was like half the GDP of El Salvador into like Bitcoin or something like that.
Because he's kind of like me. He's like the Fed Reserve.
He is definitely if he was not, let's say if he was like suddenly woke up one day and he was like a normie American, he would definitely be a podcast bro. 100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
100%.
He'd be like, there's aliens.
There's aliens out there. Guys. I'm trying to sell my Bored Ape. Trust me, it's going to skyrocket one day. I know he has to have a few of them.
Oh, dude, he's got a bunch of NFTs, and he's like, one day these are gonna be millions.
One
Yeah.
day.
He's like, I should have done this with my Beanie Babies. I'm holding on to these bad boys.
All right.
Hold
That's
on.
all the
No,
time we
I
have
got
left.
one
One more.
more question. Have you guys tried the chicken Big Mac yet?
No, I only heard about 2 days ago.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a Big Mac. It's a chicken Big Mac now.
Fire.
So is it like McChicken patties?
It's not. It's
Oh,
not.
then I'm out.
Hold on. It's like,
Dude, McChicken patties with Big Mac sauce sounds pretty dope.
I mean,
Hold on.
to be honest, I thought about it when I heard of it. I thought about it.
It was like a giant chicken nugget. 2 giant chicken nuggets with the Big Mac sauce.
Look, I'll be honest. That sounds fine.
It was fire.
That sounds fine.
It wasn't bad.
No,
You put 3 of them on there.
So did it taste like a chicken nugget?
It tasted. How did it taste?
There's no way they're having that shit out here in Europe. There is no way in hell.
Why not?
They don't.
they don't like heart stoppers, I guess.
They're not big on the. I mean, they like fried foods. So I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but you know how like there's like so many
Chemicals.
approved ingredients by the FDA. It's like 10,000 or something.
Yeah.
And there's only 700 in Europe.
Yeah. A lot of the chemicals that we use here in America are illegal everywhere else. Like a lot of them.
Like there's like one color of M&M that there's no green M&Ms out here
Really?
because of the dye. I think
The
it's
dye. Like there's dyes out here like yellow 44, red 40.
Yeah, I think there might not even be a yellow M&M out here. I gotta check.
Yeah. But
So,
see, this is why I'm fighting so hard with JFK or RFK. We need to put an end to this.
I'm just saying,
the
like
sick- to
RFK
the
is not on the
madness.
side that's gonna make it happen, dude.
RFK putting down the food industry. It's the food
mean,
industry that's making
don't- I'm
I'm
everybody
sorry,
sick.
dude, but if you're thinking he's gonna do anything, you're gonna be disappointed.
No, you're right. He's handing me the torch.
Okay, let's start that
He's handing
campaign,
me
dude.
the torch.
We need to get bad karma off the ground so you at least get a little
Not-
bit of clout before we start your thing.
Yeah, exactly. Not saying it's not justified, but I don't think he's the right dude to do it.
He can't talk. That's his problem.
I mean,
Yeah.
his I was always surprised when he started speaking, but I
His
know that's
voice is-
mean.
oh
I know that's
my
mean.
God.
It's
Pretty
not
hard
fair.
to listen
Ah.
to.
Oh my God, I can't. That's why he's got to have other people talk for him. His intentions are good, but that's why I got to take the torch.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he was ridiculed as a huge anti-vaxxer for so long, and now he's being accepted. Into
Yeah,
the,
because of the COVID.
but because of one thing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things where everybody's like, "Oh, he was right, maybe about this one thing. He must have been right about everything." I'm not
I mean,
a big
that's all
fan
it
about.
takes nowadays.
that
Hold
kind of
on,
stuff.
hold
That's
on.
all.
No.
People, there's still people that think Alex
No.
Jones was right.
Hold on. Hold on.
Turn the frog skate, dude.
Hold on. I used to talk about the food industry all the time.
Are you
How
trying to take the
corrupt-
torch, or you're trying to steal it back from him?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would talk about how, like, food literally makes us sick. I would tell that to people all the time. It's the food
You
that
just
makes us
ate
sick.
a chicken Big Mac, dude.
It was fire.
I'm sorry.
That's
That's
what I'm
he has a
saying,
point.
like,
He's got a
What
point.
are we talking about here?
It's okay, but listen, if you eat the
RFK's at the gym in jeans benching.
and boots too, huh?
Makes no sense. I don't understand it.
That was kind of weird. And he's doing TikToks now.
But
And he's
hold
like
on.
doing the Harlem
RFK,
Shake
Oh,
from like
dude, he's sold out. He's
12
sold
years
out.
ago.
who sold out?
RFK, he's
Oh,
done,
hold
dude.
on. But RFK is 70 years old, right? you know he takes testosterone.
100% he does. Come
Yeah,
on.
I mean, that doesn't bother me at all.
It doesn't bother me neither, but I'm just saying it's like
No, it's the
can't-
lifting in the jeans part that bothers me.
Oh, yeah, and the boots. I don't know
It
how
just
people
doesn't-
do that.
I had a friend that used to run in jean shorts.
All right. I think we need like bad karma brand workout jeans.
Jorts. Yeah.
Shorts.
Jeggings.
Jeggings and jorts, baby.
I gotta get on that. I'll probably do that tonight, actually.
Yeah, we
Where?
heard that before.
Hold on, time out. No, I've been in class for the past month, so I haven't been able. I've been working like
Were you learning craps or something?
I am learning craps.
Yeah.
So
Learning
it's
math.
like, dude, okay. I think everybody figured out that I can't math. It's kind of embarrassing.
Dude, there's nothing I hate more than standing at a craps table and the dude doesn't know how to pay me out, and I have to be like, I think you owe me this. And they're like, and they look at the guy, and the guy's like, mm-hmm. And I'm like,
oh my
yeah, dude.
God.
What
and
are
then
you
I'm like,
doing?
you better
guess
get
who I'm
on
not
that.
tipping?
No wonder you've
Hold
been in
on.
class for a month.
Time out.
Is that you? Am I talking about you?
No, hold on. What do you play? What do you play at the craps table? What do you
What do you mean? What do I play?
Yeah, what do you? I mean, like, what do you play all the numbers? Like what? What do you
Yeah, I
do?
play. I did. It depends on the table. Depends on what's going on.
Okay. So like the point is established. You throw the
Uh-huh.
dealer like what? Like 54 across, 52 across, 64
Man, I don't know what any of these
across
mean.
or whatever.
Wait, what's the min?
Usually it's like, let's say it's a $10 table.
God, I gotta come to your casino. Fuck.
Holy snap, what's the-
Send it, bro. I don't even care.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's a far
Dude,
cry
crap-
from like the casinos
crap
and
is
you're used to, like what, in
expensive, dude.
Montenegro
It is
or something.
expensive. So I'm one of those guys where like I won't go across at first. I like to give like the shooter like a roll or
Okay,
two and be like,
yeah.
all right, let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's nothing better than when they like, dude, if they roll a 7 or 11 right out the gate,
Yeah, Yeah,
when they're about to set the point, I'm like, I'm all in.
yeah.
But I'll tell you, that first roll is a crap. I'm done. I'm not even playing. Or
Wasted money right
dude,
away.
or I'm on the don't pass line. I'm like, I'm done
Oh my god!
with you.
you're one of
don't-
them.
Like, don't even
bro.
get me started, dude.
You are one of
It's only-
them.
It's only been a handful of times, but let me tell you what, there's nothing worse than struggling and the dude on the don't pass is making all the money. Like,
Everybody hates that guy. Though.
I know, because you're playing against the table, but sometimes you gotta, you gotta live long enough to see yourself become the enemy.
Look, man, you're there to make money for yourself, not everybody else.
Like, yeah, but I will say I hate that fucker. Like, especially when they're so smug about it, and they're like, they come up and they just start on the don't pass. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is
you're
this?
like, man,
Who's this
guy?
motherfucker? And then they play the don't come, and I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh,
Like, get off this table.
guys. I'm sorry. I just got an alert. McDonald's E. coli outbreak. Quarter pounders have been linked to dozens of illnesses and at least one death across 10 states. So don't go get that quarter. Don't go back for that Big Mac, dude.
Damn, I should have shorted McDonald's.
All right.
Damn.
I sold mine a while back.
Ugh.
God, now I gotta play craps. I'm like getting the itch.
Dude, it's so much fun, man.
That's my favorite game.
Dude,
I
it is so
love
much fun.
craps. It's the sexiest game at a casino because
Yeah.
when there's a hot craps, there's nothing better than a hot craps table.
Yeah, dude.
Even for the dealers, because they don't care.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot
Dude.
of fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can only imagine being on the other side of the table though and being like, damn, I just want to be playing that right now.
Yep.
I'll be raking it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially like, the dealers know how to play. A lot of people that go to the craps table, they don't know how to play.
That's how I learned how to play.
Yeah.
I got real messed up in Vegas one night. I walked up to I was like, teach me how to play. And the guy was like, he's like, I got you. And I walked away. I started with like $100 and I walked away with like $700. I'm like knocking on my buddy's door. I'm like, you gotta come play this game.
Crabs.
Yeah.
He's like, press it. Press it. Press it. And I was just like, all right, dude, whatever you say. He was like, turn your bets off. Turn your bets off. And I was like, oh, all right, dude.
Dude, that's the way, man.
All right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm shaking right now.
He's getting the itch.
That's
Yeah.
all the time we have left. Thank you so much for watching Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is us.
Oh, this is C Money, dude.
Thanks
Baby.
for watching.
Oh.